Great, the tornado. What the heck is going on? Holy shit, that's nuts. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. It's not even about the combat anymore. It's about just like staying alive. That's nuts.
Hey, what's up everybody? Hope you've all been well. When it comes to competitive shooters, the gap between my hopes and reality has never been greater. I suspect many gamers echo the same sentiment. It's been more than 2 years since the shooter was my main jam, and for those who know me know Overwatch definitely does not count. Such a long break was unthinkable just a few years ago, but industry stagnation and rampant cheating has made it so, for me at least. The Battlefield series has been around for about 2 decades, but unlike Call of Duty, which sees a new game every year, Battlefield does not, and thus tends to hold a bit more anticipation. Seeing a potential opportunity in the market, EA and DICE have really talked up this release. They've made a big push, both creatively and financially, to improve the game and compete. It launches November 19th on PC and consoles. So, can a game turn this genre around for me? Enter Battlefield 2042 and let's find out.
Got you, mother effer. Got you, mother effer. Oh, you son of a bitch! I got him too. I got him too. What the hell? What the heck? There's a rocket. I don't know what the... Oh, parachute guys. All right, well.
Hallmarks of the Battlefield series are huge maps, huge teams, 64 versus 64 in this case, and vehicular combat. It's not so much about fragging out as it is achieving objectives with the team. All that's great, but if you ask most people what Battlefield is really known for, they'd say it's the absolutely ridiculous antics taking place in a sandbox this big. Think Far Cry, but with 128 people. Beyond these standout features, you can expect the standard fare of any modern day shooter. Class system, check. Rank system, check. Weapon unlocks, check. Crossplay, check. Yada yada yada. Being a beta, we saw just a slice of the full package. The game mode was Conquest, a 64 vs 64 struggle for territory. The map was Orbital. I don't know how to categorize this thing. It's big, whatever. It's a massive forested area, we'll say, pocketed with various buildings and bases and underground tunnels. A rocket launch pad serves as its showpiece, along with an absolutely bananas tornado that randomly spawns. I do want to say the weather effects are fantastic and a nice evolution in the genre. We had access to 4 classes, or as they're called in the game, specialists. I believe 10 or so will be available at launch. Each has their own unique ability and passive, though weapons and gear are unlocked for all of them. Webster McKay is the classic soldier and most mobile. His grappling hook is the standout ability of the beta for sure. Maria Falk is the medic, not much to say. She can heal, but the heal gun sucks and isn't worth using. Boris Goskovsky is the engineer. What you'd expect, he has a sentry gun and kinda holds the line, so to speak. This guy's pretty decent. Casper Van Dale is the scout. I didn't play this guy that much. His scouting abilities are good, but being there wasn't much of a focus on teamwork, I found him lacking. Basically, just pick the class whose ability and passive you like, and that's it. With the way the game's currently structured, I think everyone's just going to pick the specialist with the best ability. There's little in terms of motivation or strategy to form a balanced squad at this point. All the specialists can revive, self-heal quickly, and bring armor and ammo. That's really all you need. In terms of vehicles, there are about a dozen. Helicopters, jets, tanks, and various trucks. Vehicles are centered to the identity of Battlefield, and as such, they have a critical role in your team's success. They're super fun and deadly. I will say though, jets and choppers are exceedingly hard to get. All the available units are snatched up pretty much instantly. Though I did find riding along a lot of fun, especially when you got a gun. But a lot of the vehicle views are still buggy, jittery, broken messes, so hit or miss. The physics for jets also appears buggy. This is because apparently the game only feeds you periodic updates of airborne vehicle locations, so it's common to see them just teleporting around the sky. This also affects things such as rocket launchers, as you might try to shoot down a plane only to have it teleport away at the last moment. It's frustrating. All that being said though, the vehicles add so much ambiance and theater to the game, I'm glad they exist. Just please fix the bugs. And finally, for weapons, we had access to pretty much everything. SMGs, LMGs, ARs, snipers, shotguns, and pistols. The best thing about the weapons is the new attachment menu. It lets you quickly switch mods on a weapon at any point, before or after you're deployed. It's great because you can swap it out based on even the specific area of the map you're about to enter. So going indoors, swap to CQC stuff. Going outside, throw on a full scope and stabilizers. Personally though, aside from sniper rifles, which are fantastic, and LMGs, which are decent, I found the weapon feel lacking. They're missing a certain weight, and the hit notifications are basically non-existent. It was bad. I think both of these are fixable though. The basic mechanics of them is where it needs to be, I think, so I'm hopeful long term.
This is my jam, I think, right here. I think this is the guy to go with. I like the grappling hook that gets me around places. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Alright, no big deal, no big deal.
Before I get into performance, remember this was a beta. Granted, it's only a month out, but still, it's technically a beta. I played on PC, 10700K, 3090 FE, M.2 SSD, 1440p, 165Hz G-Sync monitor. It's a lot of gobbledygook there. Performance is a mixed bag. It's decent, but also seemingly half-baked. I averaged around 100 FPS with everything on Ultra. Most concerningly, the render times waffled as much as 40% at these levels though, so eventually I reduced a few computational heavy settings down to high and was seeing about 120 frames with much better frame times. I mentioned it appears it's half-baked. Well, it has NVIDIA Reflex, but not DLSS or RTX. It's strange. I expect DLSS will come with launch, in which case most people will easily be hitting that magical 144, but I haven't heard anything concrete yet. And RTX, I know many will argue otherwise, but I think it's reasonable to expect modern AAA games to offer it in some capacity. Maybe DICE figured only a small percentage could actually make use of it and decided to invest those resources elsewhere, I don't know, but Call of Duty and Fortnite have it, not sure why it isn't here. It'll be interesting to see how all this shakes out. I'm hopeful and fairly confident we'll see some major improvements for launch.
Get out of this thing. What? What the heck is going on, man?
I think there's a lot of potential here, but I'll need to see the full game and see the bugs fixed first. So, in its current state, I have to recommend a wait and see approach. On the plus side, the gameplay is fun, especially when playing with friends. The core of the Battlefield series is here in all its ridiculous glory. Those, oh my god, are you kidding me moments are alive and well. Graphically, DICE put a nice sheen on visuals that makes it feel familiar but also unique. I do think it's the best looking competitive shooter at the moment, in my opinion. There's some nice innovation, like the weather system and attachment menu, and I think with the right balance adjustments, it could allow for legit strategy and teamwork above and beyond what the rest of the genre is offering. So it's got a lot going for it, but it's also got some major problems. While I think most of them are solvable, I'm not confident they can be fixed in time for the launch on November 19th, considering the scope and breadth of them all. Player glitches, terrain glitches, ragdolling, parachutes that don't despawn, destructible objects that float, jittery vehicle views, teleporting vehicles, and so many more. In its current state, these bugs are immersion breaking and in some cases straight up game breaking. They're bad enough that if today was launch day, I'd suggest a hard pass on the game. Aside from bugs, my primary complaint is the movement. Like the two-time would say, there's no athleticism.
You can't be athletic, you can't do anything. You can't do anything in this game. You can't be athletic in this game. That is a fact. You can't be athletic.
It feels clunky and slow and frustrating. Sprinting is barely noticeable from walking, sliding feels laggy, and vaulting is hit or miss. Another complaint, the current way they handle friend-foe indicators is useless to the point of comical. It's so bad that after 10 hours, I still couldn't figure out how it worked and just chalked it up to being broken. I lost count how many times enemies would sort of run right past each other or dance around in circles waiting for an indicator. It was pretty bad. You want some more? Well, the sound is a straight up abomination. The background noise is more akin to a shooting range than it is an epic battle. It's also missing footsteps, missing gun sounds, missing hit notifications, and more. It makes me want to quit. As a bit of a gaming audiophile, I really can't overstate how bad it is. By far, the worst audio of any AAA shooter I've played in the last 5 years. And to top it all off, there are reports that cheaters have already cracked the game. Look, I hate to sound like a negative Nancy here, but again, I sincerely recommend a wait and see approach for this game. It's got potential, but it's also got a long way to go to tap into that potential. There's some stiff competition coming in Halo, and all the existing BRs won't stand still forever. I think if DICE can improve the movement, improve the friend-foe indicators, fix the bugs, and minimize cheaters, it could actually be a good game. On that note, I'll end it here. I appreciate the time. Take care of one another, and I will see you soon.
Booyah.